Your Uber could start flying this year. Joby Aviation bought Uber's air taxi division, and they're the furthest along in certification. By the end of this video, you'll know how it works and how flying over traffic could soon be an option in your app, available to anyone with a smartphone. Most companies in this space built the aircraft first, deciding to worry about riders later. Joby flipped it. In 2020, they bought Uber Elevate, Uber's entire air taxi division, including the people and tools that already know how to fill seats. They bought the playbook for getting riders even before they had any seats to sell. So when Joby is ready to start carrying passengers, you don't need to download a new app. Instead, you open Uber, see a new option, and tap Airport. A regular car takes you a few minutes to get to a Vertiport. You step into a Joby, and about a few minutes later, you're at the terminal. One app, one payment, one trip. This is flying that behaves like the rides you already take. Joby is not aiming at other aircraft companies, they're aiming at traffic.
Are you serious? Move it, you hunk of junk!
This is ridiculous! Why does this always happen to me?
What makes Joby different than every other air taxi company that crashed and burned is that they make most of the mission-critical systems themselves. The motors, the batteries, the flight computers, the propellers, the composite airframe. When something breaks on a key component, they don't have to wait 6 months for a supplier. They walk down the hall and they fix it. That's exactly how Toyota builds cars. And Toyota has invested nearly $900 million into Joby. Toyota doesn't throw $900 million at science projects. They invest in companies that builds things the way Toyota builds things. Controlled supply chains, predictable quality, and manufacturing that scales. Joby just opened up a manufacturing facility in Dayton, Ohio to manufacture propeller blades. Their California production site can produce up to 24 aircraft per year. That doesn't sound like much until you realize that most air taxi companies are nowhere near that level of production. Let's talk about the problem that kills every flying car dream: noise. Helicopters hit about 100 decibels at close range. That is chainsaw territory.
Hey, keep it down!
Nobody wants that kind of noise thundering over their backyard at 7 a.m. Joby's aircraft is about 45 decibels when it's cruising overhead. That is quieter than your vacuum cleaner. You could have a Joby passing over a backyard barbecue and people wouldn't stop talking. How did they pull that off? 6 tilting propellers that spread the sound around rather than that one big rotor that you have in a helicopter that's really, really noisy. NASA tested it using 50 microphones and confirmed the numbers. But here is what should really worry the competitors. Joby's hydrogen-powered aircraft was able to fly 561 miles nonstop. That is farther than San Francisco to Los Angeles. On hydrogen, with water as the only flight emission, Joby has already completed over 600 test flights in a single year of operations. While a lot of the industry is making PowerPoints, Joby's over there stacking flight hours. Let's address the elephant in the vertiport. When you hear Uber of the sky, you think it's affordable, right? You think it will cost $30 to cross your city. Reality check, this will not be $30. Manhattan to JFK will likely cost around $100 to $150, at least initially. Similar to today's helicopter shuttles. That's competitive with Uber Black during rush hour, but it's not mass transit. It's premium shuttle pricing. Here's why. Aviation is expensive. Certified pilots, maintenance crews, insurance, landing fees. Every minute that aircraft isn't flying, it's burning money. And when people see those premium prices, you better believe they're going to get creative.
What is going on? Oh my gosh! I think they like me.
Whose robot is this?
Joby's stated target is $3 per passenger mile. That's Uber X pricing for a 10-minute flight that replaces a 90-minute drive through nightmare traffic. The math only works if they solve 2 problems. Number 1, utilization. These aircraft need to fly constantly, not just sit around. And the second problem is battery density. Range anxiety hits different when you're 2,000 feet up in the sky. If Joby can crack the utilization and the battery equation, the economics flip because they're not selling flying cars anymore. They're selling the one thing that people cannot make more of, and that is time. You can build the perfect aircraft and have billions in funding. None of that matters if the Federal Aviation Administration says no. The FAA signs off in 5 big steps. Joby is in the last one. They're in the step right now where FAA test pilots get in the cockpit, fly the aircraft themselves. And those flights are part of the decision about whether to ever allow regular people on board.
Full power, boys!
For years, skeptics had the same 3 complaints. Batteries are not ready, there's nowhere to land, the costs do not work. Joby has real answers to all 3. But the partnerships tell you everything. Delta signed a multi-year exclusive deal in New York and Los Angeles. Once this launches, Joby is the only air taxi that Delta offers to get you to and from the airport. Dubai took it a step further and signed a 6-year exclusive agreement that covers the entire emirate. Right now, at Dubai International Airport, the first vertiport is being built.
Welcome aboard. Please have your tickets ready.
Thank you.
Yes, right this way.
New York and Los Angeles are being targeted for right after U.S. certification, later in 2026. The company that everyone laughed at for 15 years is about to show up in your Uber app, and the landing pads are already under construction.
Automatic Addison.